FSIN Chief Bobby Cameron is calling for a federal investment of $15 billion for Indigenous housing. He says the National Housing Council's recent call for $6.3 billion over the next 2 years is way too low. Cameron says government needs to honor the treaty right to shelter.
When we put out the number of $15 billion, that's just a start. See, we're playing a game of catch up here. And all of our housing experts, our leadership who have been involved with housing for several decades know this all too well.
It appears Indigenous Services Minister Patty Haidu knows this too, saying on APTN's Face-to-Face last night that the need is dire.
Both new housing to accommodate growing populations and crowded situations, but also for repairs and renovations of existing units. And indeed, if it's not the first thing that I'm hearing from chiefs and councils, it's for sure the second thing. And, you know, of course, with housing being a critical social determinant of health, community leaders are very well aware of the links between housing and the ability to protect residents from things like spreading COVID-19 or even tuberculosis and other illnesses. But not only that, the connection between good housing, decent housing, and mental health and educational outcomes.
But Chief Cameron says year after year, the federal budget allocation for First Nations housing falls way short, and it's past time for this to be rectified.
Prime Minister Trudeau, if you're listening to this, we expect and we strongly encourage that you and your colleagues allocate those funds as soon as possible. We don't want to wait 6 months to a year to build more houses on reserve. We need it, and we need it now.
Leanne Sanders, APTN National News, Saskatoon.